Hey guys, it's SJ Football 16 and today I will be revealing my predictions for week 2 of the Premier League season 2019-20. I'll be giving you a recap of how I did last week before I get into this week's predictions. As you can see, the only result I correctly predicted was the game between Tottenham and Aston Villa, which finished 3-1. I didn't get any of the other results correct, so without further ado, I'm going to move on to week 2's predictions. Cannot see anything but an Arsenal win this game. I'm hoping some of the other players actually turn up this time, and hopefully Emery will give his players a kick up the backside, as I believe the win against Newcastle wasn't really that convincing, and hopefully they'll have some of their better players back from injury or suspension. However, Burnley did have a good win against Southampton last time out, so I think this is going to be 1-0 to Arsenal. As it's Villa's first Premier League game back on their home turf, Dean Smith will want to make an impression. The manager has managed to keep hold of key players and brought in a lot of new players. Villa will miss the threat of Tammy Abraham, but I think they'll still be a strong team this season. Bournemouth dropped points in a game they should have won, so I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-0 Aston Villa win this game. I don't feel the 5-0 loss against Man City was a fair reflection of how West Ham actually played, as they did create some good chances during the game. However, they come in against a Brighton side full of confidence after their last game, so it will be a tough test for both sides. For this reason, I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Both teams didn't start as they'd hoped for this game, but I feel Everton will bounce back this week in their first home game. Whereas Watford, when they lose to teams like Brighton 3-0 at home, you know you're going to have problems this season. So I cannot see Watford getting anything from this game at all, and it will be 3-0 Everton win. I can only see a Norwich win in this game. I don't look at this Newcastle side and see much potential, and can't see where the goals are going to come from at this rate. I believe Norwich have an attacking threat and could expose Newcastle's defence, and for this reason I think it's going to be 3-0 to Norwich. I can see Liverpool getting stronger after their win against Norwich, and with a Super Cup win, Klopp will be determined to go even further. Whereas things don't look any better for Southampton at the moment after their 3-0 loss against Burnley. So for this reason, I think Liverpool are going to get another 4-1 win. I think this one will be a tight game, as both Manchester City and Tottenham did well in their opening games, picking up wins against West Ham and Aston Villa. So I can see them both equally doing as well this week and maybe cancelling each other out. There's still a doubt about whether Benjamin Mendy will be back or not. So I think the final score in this is going to be a 2-2 draw. I think Crystal Palace are going to improve on their last game, but they've got to fight and prove that they're still as good as they were last season. Their performance against Everton, I feel, was very lacklustre, but I do believe that Sheffield United could compile the misery on this Crystal Palace team, as it's their first home game back in the Premier League. With that being said, I do think Crystal Palace will get a 2-1 win in this game. I have no doubt Chelsea will bounce back this time round. Leicester were a bit lucky in the last game, and they won't get the same luck against a team of Chelsea's quality. Meanwhile, Frank Lampard will want to make a good impression for his first game at Stamford Bridge, and will get the job done, making the start of Leicester's season pretty bleak. So So I think the score in this is going to be 3-0 to Chelsea. I can't see Wolves stopping Man United's attack, and Wolves struggle to score against Leicester. And I don't feel Leicester's defence is as good without Maguire, so I'm not going to make the same mistake and predict the Wolves win this time round. So I think it's going to be 1-0 to Man United. That's all from me for today, guys. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to comment your predictions for this week. Don't forget to subscribe for more action, and don't forget to follow my Snapchat in the description below. I'll see you guys next week.